Hello everyone, my name is Zubair Altaf Qureshi and I am going to start the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam code CLF-C01 on my YouTube channel, and I will walk you through the exam blueprint in this video, and in the upcoming videos I'll be going through all the contents step by step. Okay, so stay connected and don't miss this lecture, because this is very important to understand the type of exam and the content of the exam and what you will be learning in this whole course, right? So let's go through this. The first thing is introduction. So let me introduce myself. My name is Zubair Altaf Qureshi and I'm in this domain of teaching from past 5 years, and I've now started teaching for the cloud technologies. Okay, and I have my YouTube channel, as you would know now that you can see my videos, right? You can go through other contents on my video channel as well. Please feel free to go and browse my channel. So let's begin with the exam blueprint for this Cloud Practitioner exam from AWS. It's quite simple, but it covers a lot. Okay, so let me just go through. So the first thing is the format of the exam, right? The format of the exam is quite simple. You have multiple choice answers, so you would go with like 4 answers and one of them is correct. That is your multiple choice. Then you have multiple answers. That means you have, say, 5 answers, and in that, more than 5 answers. In that, you would have 2 correct answers, right? So you have to be very careful with the type of questions they ask. You need to understand what they're asking and accordingly answer, right? And the type is foundational. Even though it's foundational, but I would suggest that you should have a little bit of networking knowledge. Okay, so you should have networking knowledge in order to understand the concepts better. You should know what is IP addressing, because I'm not going to show you what is IP addressing. I'm not going to explain what is IP, private IP and public IP. So you should know those things. You should know subnet. You should know basic IT terms, right? And the delivery method that you can go for this exam is either through a testing center. So you can go for a testing center or an online proctored exam. So you can give this exam at your home also. The duration of the exam will be 90 minutes. So you will have 1.5 hours. And the cost that you need to pay for this exam is $100 USD. And you can also buy some practice exams for $20, even though I don't recommend this, but you can opt for this if you are not feeling confident. But then you can also look for some demo exam on the web to feel confident. And the language that this exam is available is in these. So you have English, Japanese, Korean, Simplified Chinese. Let's move on to the next slide. Exam blueprint. Okay, recommended knowledge. So this is recommended. If you don't have this, no worries. You can begin from here. So at least 6 months of experience with AWS Cloud in any role, including technical, managerial, sales, purchasing or financial. And again, I said not necessary for this course. And I recommend it. I recommend you these white papers. So please feel free to go to the Amazon website and go through all these white papers once you are done with the Cloud Practitioner courses. These are very important white papers. So you have the Amazon Web Services white paper, you have the best practices white paper, you have the pricing board white paper, and you have the cost management in the AWS Cloud white paper. So I recommend you guys to go for these white papers once you are done with the Cloud Practitioner course. These are very important white papers and it will give you a lot of knowledge, certainly. Exam time and length. So as I said, it is 90 minutes, 1.5 hours, and 65 questions. Don't worry, most questions are very straightforward. You need to practice. Once you are done with the course, please do the labs that I will be showing you in the demo. And the scale is between 100 to 1000. So scoring is from 100 to 1000, and the minimum percentage that you need to get is 70%. Question format, as I said, is multiple choices has 1 correct response and 3 incorrect responses. Multiple responses has 2 or more correct responses out of 5 or more. So need to be careful and read the question very carefully. And the concepts that we'll be going through in this course, right? So we will have the first domain or the module, you can say, as the cloud concept. So I'll be going through the cloud concepts and its value propositions, identifying aspects of AWS cloud economics. I'll be listing the different cloud architecture design principles. And then the second domain is your security. Define the AWS shared responsibility model. That is an important topic. So you need to know when you are using AWS services, what are your responsibilities and what is AWS going to take care of. Then you have AWS cloud security and compliance concepts. Then you have IAM, identity access management. That is again a huge domain, but we will try to cover a lot. Identify resources for security support. That is again part of the security domain. Then the third domain or the module, you can say, is the technology. So define methods of deploying and operating in the AWS cloud, AWS global infrastructure. I'll walk you through the different the reach of the AWS globally. Identify the core AWS services. So some of the services are placed at the core in the AWS services. So I'll tell you what are those. Identify resources for technology support. And then you have the billing and pricing. That is again an important thing that you should know. So if you're using some resources from AWS, you should know how much I'm going to pay, or how am I going to pay. Is it going to be hourly, or is it going to be day wise, or is it going to be yearly wise, right? So you need to know this. So compare and contrast the various pricing models for AWS. Recognize the various account structures in relation to AWS billing and pricing. Identify resources available for billing support. Yeah. And then you have the weightage of the exams. So these 4 modules and the respective weightage, right? So the cloud concepts will have 28%, and then security is like 24%, technology 36%, billing and pricing is 12%. In total you have 100%, and then you should score a minimum of 70% to pass this exam, right? So be careful guys, and don't skip any concept in these, because everything is important, right? So try to cover all these topics so that it's going to be easy for you to clear the exam. So guys, in the next section we will begin with the first domain, that is cloud concepts. So stay connected with me, and do share, like and subscribe to my channel. For now, bye bye. Thank you.